Welcome to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIP and the iHeartRadio app. We're here every Saturday to highlight local entrepreneurs and small business owners, learn how they succeed to build their businesses from the ground up, what are their challenges, and what are their victories. Jeanette, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than I was a couple weeks ago.
It's been taking you quite a while just to get over this.
Yeah, and no, I think I'm pretty much 100% now, so... Today we got Rick Tompkins coming on. He works with IM Academy. He's going to talk about there's classes with IM Academy that teach cryptocurrency, investing.
I'm aging myself now, but you get all these young people going, crypto's the way to go and all of this kind of stuff. And a lot of people are still kind of like on the edge because everything is computerized. And all it takes is one hack, which we also saw. Remember the guy that ended up going to jail and then he had spent all of his money, everybody else's money, and made a lot of people feel like fools. But in a way, everything in life is kind of crypto, right? Yeah, because
it is right now, yeah.
Well, yeah. I only know how much money I have by the computer telling me when I put the ATM card in, so that could be wiped out too.
Yeah, I mean... He can explain it to us. I mean,
and that's why I think it's great that there's someone that's giving classes on it.
Yeah, I've never really fully understood it because there's nothing physical about it. It's all online as far as I'm
well, a lot of our money, there's nothing physical.
Not anymore. No.
Well, yeah. So when I use my credit card, it's just a plastic card that digitally says I have purchased something, and then when I make the payment, there's a digital transaction from my bank transferring. They're not really transferring a bag of money. They're transferring the information saying that this bank has now transferred portions of your assets over to this other one,
Yeah.
So it will be interesting because this is one area. I mean, I'm an expert on insurance.
Yeah.
But this is one area that I'm not very familiar with. And I also do know that, with Allstate, and this kind of like thing too, Allstate does not allow Allstate agents to invest in crypto.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't know why. So I'm going to ask him, what is this whole thing about why some companies won't accept it? What people say? What are they saying is so bad about it? Mm-hmm. And what are the benefits of it? So this should be interesting.
Yeah. So I go to Rick's house on Saturdays sometimes. And
so he's a good friend.
He is. Yeah. I've known Rick since 2017. I met him in Gold Star. I actually got him to join Gold Star. I met him through another friend, but we've always supported each other, and so I go to his house on Saturdays, and I don't understand the crypto part, but with IM Academy, they have self-development classes, they have social media classes. There's 5 or 6 different classes they offer, and there's 2 of them that interest me, and then the like the crypto, like I said, I just never, I haven't, I guess I'm not ready to embrace that yet. I don't know.
My niece who's in Hawaii, and she owns like a little Hawaiian restaurant, but she's always posting on Instagram about the crypto and how much money she has made and things like this. So it's interesting.
So you're listening to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. I talked to somebody about Legal Shield yesterday. Legal Shield's one of the side things Small Business Voice does. The value of Legal Shield for business owners and families, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. If you don't have to worry about a bill, would you pick up a phone and call an expert attorney?
Well, yeah. If I didn't have to worry about a bill, I would research and get the best attorney in the entire United States.
Yeah, the problem with calling attorneys is it's their minimum probably. Well, so back in 2006.
Yeah, I have an appointment with one of my business attorneys this Thursday.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and that's going to be another check times, 3 zeros.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of zeros. So I know back in the day when I was going through my divorce, I think I was paying $250 an hour, and that was back in 2005. I don't know. I can't. So this is 19 years later.
You can't even get a paralegal for that these days.
Okay, yeah. So it's pretty expensive to do that. So I like the prepaid legal part because that way you have it there in case you need it. So my business is not as big as your business. You have a pretty big business. The prepaid legal works out really good for my business. And
My business doesn't feel so big this last couple of years in the insurance
Well,
industry.
Yeah, but you employ a lot of people though.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so that's the whole thing. I support a lot of families so they can pay their rent.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. A lot of people always think that, oh, if you're not making enough money, you got to get rid of people. But if you get rid of people, you burden the rest of your staff. So as a business owner, I'm not going to downsize. I'm going to find a way to make it through. And if anyone takes a hit, it's me, the business owner. I'll go without pay.
Yeah.
And to make sure that I can keep my staff and support those families. It's a big obligation to have employees.
Well, when you let somebody else go, the productivity goes down.
Yeah, and then everybody else is under pressure.
Yeah.
And so it's not fair to. And plus, these days in California, it seems like no matter, even if you let someone go for legitimate reasons, they're going to charge you the unemployment on them.
Yeah.
And so it's tough either way.
Oh. So anyway, if you're interested in Legal Shield or you want to know more about it, just text me at 209-896-6500. So anyway, we got Rick Tompkins coming in a little bit. And I want to thank Rick first off because he's like me. He works nights. So
Entrepreneurship takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
And you can't just say, quit your job sometimes and because you're going to pursue your dream. So it takes either planning but like most people do it, especially in the construction industry, they start doing the side jobs until finally they find themselves either getting a large enough job or they get so busy that they have to tell their boss, thanks for all the training, I'm going out on my own.
Yeah.
And then it gets hard because work has to be steady. You have to have steady income. And like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that book basically said two people working at the same job, one decides to, they both decide to be entrepreneurs. And when things get tough, one weathers through it, the other one goes back to that steady paycheck. And he says, once you go back to that paycheck, they usually never, merge out again.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary because it's all on you. You are the one that has to get up every morning and has to make it work.
yeah, and you have to be self-disciplined, like you said. Sometimes times are high, sometimes times are low. It just,
Yeah, and the money you have left at the end of the month is not your income. It's kind of like right now, I'm tightening my belt. I had a really good month, thank you to my staff, last month. And I was able to cover payroll and overhead and everything else. But I know that in November, people are preparing for Thanksgiving. They got days off. They're traveling to see family. People aren't calling to get a policy. And then comes Christmas, Christmas presents. They're not calling and saying, hey, I'm looking at buying a car. The very wealthy people might do a car as a present to their wife, but that's not the Central Valley. Everybody, buying brand new cars.
Yeah.
So, I have to make sure that I can cover payroll for my staff.
yeah.
And so even though I had a little bit of money left over in the business account, I'm not touching it. And then I'm hoping that next month I can add more to it so that by November and December, I have that cushion to be able to cover payroll, rent, loan payments, insurance payments, everything else on my business.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. It just
the financial planning. And that's what a lot of new businesses, they don't do. They have a great month and then they have a horrible month because they spent the money from the great month.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so we got Rick coming in. He's going to talk a little bit about investing. I'm going to assume because he's really big into the crypto part. He's been learning about it. And then
it should be an interesting discussion.
Yeah, and then also Kurt Gonzalez. He's not here today. He'll be out this week and next week. So Tiffany's taking his place. But he does it too. And like I said, I just don't. There's so many things that go into it, but I guess that's where the classes come in.
Well, this is why we have him on, so that maybe he can enlighten our audience on what is crypto, what is safe, what is not safe, why are people either for it or against it, and the ups and downs that have happened. Now, there used to just be, what was it, Bitcoin? Now there's all kinds. There's like 7 or 8 different crypto. So, it's like, look at the time.
Okay, so we'll get Rick in here. He can kind of talk us off the ledge maybe a little bit. So When we come back, we got Rick Tompkins with I Am Academy. You're listening to the Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. Our guest today is Rick Tompkins with I Am Academy. Rick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. So I was talking to Jeanette about your business. So you basically sell classes that teach cryptocurrency, the trends, and all that. You also offer vacations. There's self-development. There's social media presence.
Yeah. It's for business mostly, but yeah, it's
Because most self-development, a lot of people go on podcasts these days, 10 habits of successful people and how to, motivational things. And so those are always good. Business people stay in touch with always
right.
learning.
Yeah. So have you heard of Bob Proctor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was our head instructor for a long time.
Oh, so you have
okay.
different. So you have basically put together different, let's say, educational materials, podcasts, or what from specialists in their areas. So
Yeah.
when someone goes onto your website, what's your website?
It's im.academy/Rick Tompkins, RickTompkins.
All right. So when they go on that, they basically can choose different learning opportunities.
Right. Yeah, we have about 7 or 8 different courses that we offer.
All right. I heard basically Justin mention about 4. So can you rattle off the 7 different courses?
Okay, let's see. We got foreign currency, stocks, e-commerce,
E-commerce, that was the one. Yeah.
social media.
Social media is big these days.
Yeah. So we offer people that are actually social media influencers teach our classes. It's not just some.
How to do it, how to start it.
Yep. How to do it from the
Excellent.
beginning.
And what's this vacation things? He said you offer vacations. So
It's discount trips. So it's like hotel discounts and stuff. But every year we offer a free anniversary trip.
Oh, okay. So is this something that's tied to, let's say, a seminar or?
No, it's just something we decided to include because we want people to have that mindset, have the wealthy mindset. So we give them 5-star vacations for free.
And what is this year's vacation?
It's pretty much anywhere. I think the choices are Spain, Bali.
Bali. I like Bali. That's nice.
Thailand, Philippines, a lot of different places. So I went to Tulum, Mexico last year, and then we haven't decided yet where we're going this year yet.
Okay, so the wealthy mindset is luxury vacations at least once a year.
Yep.
I used to have, when I used to work for a Union Carbide Corporation, a long time ago in San Ramon, and I used to have a picture of Club Med Bali, and with, the hut sitting right there in the water.
Yep.
And then that big tsunami hit a few years ago.
Not good.
No. But okay, so that is great. So I was telling Justin, when it comes to crypto, Bitcoin, it used to just be, let's say, Bitcoin.
Right.
And now when you look at different sites for cryptocurrency, there's like 9 different ones, all different ones. And
There are 30,000 different
30,000.
cryptocurrencies. Yep.
Okay. And some of them, of course, are off on islands someplace.
Yeah, pretty much. But, those are the big ones. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple others that people may have heard of. But Shiba Inu, Dogecoin,
Deutsch, German, right?
But, Bitcoin is the big one. I mean, whatever happens to Bitcoin happens to the rest of them, pretty much.
And so and the whole thing with that scandal that happened, with all this money and then everybody loses it. And we were actually talking about this. Cryptocurrency is digital, but so is our ATM basically.
Yeah.
But why is it that there's a hesitancy? It seems like a lot of young people are jumping on the bandwagon because there's only so much, as I understand, there's only like so much Bitcoin, so it goes up in value faster than when you print money, like what's going on in the government. But so what is the attraction? Why should people be involved in Bitcoin? And what are the downfalls? And why are people scared? Because I'll tell you, Allstate, they won't allow us agents to invest in Bitcoin. So I'm going like, why?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is pretty much what you said. I mean, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin produced, and we're already at 19 million of them. But the federal government can push a button and print out trillions more dollars. So there is no centralized entity that pushes the button and prints out new ones. So that's part of the thing that people like about it is there's no centralized control. It's just the marketplace decides the value of it.
And is it also kind of like secretive? Like it doesn't report to the IRS transactions, or is it still reporting?
It doesn't report. So as some of the regulations they're looking at, but every transaction that's ever occurred is on the blockchain. They call it the blockchain. And you can go in there, you can see how much somebody spent. You won't know who it is. It's just a big, long number that identifies the person. But, after a while, you can start to identify some of these people. I mean, if somebody's buying billions of dollars worth of assets at one time, I know it's not me.
Yeah, and there's still a title transfer because I heard this guy was asking, he wanted to sell his house, and it's very hard to find, buyers that are willing to put all cash down. He doesn't want to have to go through the financing and the banks and the capital gains. And he said, how can I sell my house through Bitcoin? And then it still has to be a title transfer. The minute you transfer title, then they get involved with property taxes and they'll find him, right, for capital gains.
But that's true. But also NFTs, I don't know if you've heard of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they are going to be the title in the future. So
how do you feel about NFTs? I'm
Actually,
sorry, I'm going like squirrel.
Well, hold on one second. So
I have one.
So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Duncan and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500. If you're interested in talking to Rick about foreign currency, im.academy/Rick Tompkins. And that's your website, correct?
That's my website. Yes.
Okay. And it's TOMPKINS.
Correct.
Or you could always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com.
Okay, where were we?
NFTs. You have an NFP.
I have an NFT. I spent a whole $1 on it.
Oh.
So you can get...
a lot of people have an understanding of, let's say, Bitcoin. And you said 21 million and it's only 19. But the 21 million Bitcoin are not actually worth $21 million because I was going to say one person alone could buy up $21 million worth. So each Bitcoin, almost like stocks in a way, changes value. Because you would say to yourself, like, well, if I buy one Bitcoin right now, because otherwise it would be sold out. 21 million is not that much when it comes to dollars.
True.
So what is one Bitcoin's value today?
Today is about $60,000.
Okay. And so so then if somebody says, I'm going to invest in Bitcoin, are they investing in fractions of?
Yeah. A fraction is called a Satoshi. It's named after Satoshi Nakamoto, the
yes,
person
exactly.
that discovered it. What Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now when you're saying there's only, 19 million Bitcoin on 21 out of 21, there's still plenty of Bitcoin out there.
Yeah.
What happens when they reach the max?
Well, just like dollars, it's going to remain in circulation. I mean, people are buying and selling stuff with Bitcoin all the time now, and it's getting.
Or do they do like shares split? Do they do a 1-to-10 split?
Not that I'm aware of, but you can use it in transactions. I forget who it is that one of the major companies just said that they're going to accept Bitcoin as for payment for their product. I don't remember who it was off the top of my head.
Yeah, you know what? This is so interesting. My brain is right now, like I have 500 million questions. So therefore, I'm so glad you're on here as a guest. And so right now I understand we can accept Bitcoin also like for automobile purchases. I mean, where has it expanded
in some places.
to?
in some countries, it's even legal currency, but I can't name the
So right now, people use
goes up and
it for
down.
investment purposes,
A lot of
mainly,
people
not
use it-
purchases.
A lot of people use it for investment, yeah, because it goes up and down in value, and that's some of the stuff that we teach. I'm not an instructor there.
Okay, but you've heard your own the podcast on your.
I've played around with it some, but
Well, you get like Bitcoin, like practice money too, correct? It's kind of practice, see
Yeah.
like how it works. So that way, if you don't lose a lot on it, or you don't lose anything on it.
Right.
Is that part of the courses? I remember in high school, we were given in those days a newspaper, and we got this much money to invest at the beginning of the course.
Yeah, to buy some stocks, yep.
Exactly.
Yep,
And
I
then at
remember
the
that.
end of the course, and I will tell you, I was the winner in the class.
Hey, yeah. So, a little bit about the company. So, IM Academy stands for International Markets.
Oh, okay.
So, we teach you to master the international financial markets. So, there's foreign currency. Foreign currency is by far the largest market. It's $6 trillion a day in foreign currency transactions.
And that's what banks are doing. They take
Yep.
our money and they invest it in foreign currency, and depending on what happens in the world.
So if you're interested in talking to Rick about foreign currency, im.academy/Rick Tompkins, and it's Tompkins.
Correct.
Yeah, and then RICK. So Rick Tompkins.
And there's no .com or anything in there. It's just im.academy.
So when we come back, we'll have more with Rick Tompkins from IM Academy. So stay with us on Power Talk 1360 KFIV.
CISPRO Innovations, connecting local businesses with local families. Display your services and products with our pay-as-you-go optimized website design program and boost your brand's online presence with our affordable social media marketing tools. To learn more, visit our website at CISPROinnovation.com. That's CISPRO, SISBRO, innovation.com.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. Pull up any of our past shows on the iHeartRadio app. Just search and follow the Small Business Voice. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube, and connect with me on LinkedIn. My wonderful guest host is a fellow small business owner, Jeanette Forni. She owns Allstate Insurance in Turlock, California. Call Jeanette at 209-667-2222 or email her at JeanetteForni@allstate.com. And that's if you want to quote, or maybe you want to understand your policy a little bit better, right?
Oh, yeah, and just insurance questions. I have people that were former customers. They're with another insurance agency that doesn't have actually agents. Great for sales, but when you call up and ask a specific, question on something, they don't have those experts there. They have departments, and you can never get to one. So I have customers calling me from years ago and saying, Jeanette, I got a question. Or like, my son was in an accident, or what should we do in this situation? So yeah, it's always good to have experts. And today we have someone who's trying to, of course, help people become a little bit more, maybe not experts, but introduce them to everything from foreign currency and Bitcoin and able to take at the Academy online courses. And where we left off the last segment was, foreign currency. But I mean, a lot of this stuff to people is like, where do I even start? So when they log into your website, is it for experts, or is there a place for people that say, it just seems so daunting? Where do you start with them?
We have recordings of class. Most of our classes are 3 to 5 minutes long. They're just really short bites of information, like what is foreign currency, or what is Bitcoin, or what is a stock. So we take them from the very beginning all the way up to, advanced topics.
Basic education.
Right.
101.
Yeah, basically we have 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, 400 series classes, and each of our educators are live several times a week, so the information is current.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that, because you can't just look something up, because the environment changes constantly. Wars, elections, the stock market. Even though it doesn't matter who's in power, the stock market basically has been going up. I mean, I know a lot more about the stock market, and I'll tell you, I know very little about Bitcoin, and I would never even want to dip my toe into foreign currency. I leave that up to like the big boys, but I would love to get better educated in it. So these classes, do you like purchase individual classes or a series, or how does that work?
Basically, we have several different courses. So we have a foreign currency course, and you have access to all our educators. Total, we've been in business for 11 years. We have about 400,000 students worldwide.
Wow.
You are all over the world.
Yeah.
So you're in like all countries. So there's no limitations.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, we have 200 educators teaching in 21 different languages.
Oh, wow. 21 different languages.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. So, and that was one of the things that I liked about it was like it's in the Philippines. It's in like any place you can think of. This company is there helping people.
Even though the company started in the United States is only the fourth largest market. The largest is Mexico, and then I forget which is which, but second and third is Japan and Germany. Mm-hmm. So, this is very, like I said, there's like 400,000 students worldwide.
So are all of the courses, let's say someone goes to beginning Bitcoin investment, cryptocurrency 101, of course, it's going to be, all the courses are probably in English, but are all of the courses in all of the different languages?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That answers that question.
Yeah, and the thing is, you buy each course. So you can buy a foreign currency course, or you can buy the stocks and crypto course, or you can buy the e-commerce course, and they're $99 a month for each one.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like when you think about Babbel. It's like you have a choice of all the different languages you can learn, and you can buy the packages or go month to month. And is it? Can you pick a different class? Let's say I go into foreign currency and I take the first class and I'm going or the classes for that month and I'm going, this is not for me. Then I can switch it up the next month.
Yeah,
and go, I'd rather learn about stocks.
You can do it every month, yeah. And you can also get 2 classes for $250. You say, wait a minute, that's not a very good deal. I can get $100 for each one, but we throw in the personal development and we throw in the travel with that.
All right. Okay. So it's not just for entrepreneurs.
Right.
But I think that these days everything moves so fast that a lot of people I know involved in crypto and Bitcoin are under 30.
Right.
They're
and the thing is, so much of it's growing. I mean, you basically have to understand at least a little bit. In, like in insurance, you have to know a little bit about it. Real estate, you have to know a little bit about it because more and more people are wanting to buy real estate with their cryptocurrency, and NFTs are going to be, the title is going to be in an NFT, and you have to at least understand the basics of it.
And which is your favorite? I mean, like if you had money to invest and like for myself at my age, I want very little risk. So we end up sticking to more safe avenues of investment. But for yourself, you're more knowledgeable in these things. And what's one of your favorite ones? I mean, do you like Bitcoin, or do you favor NFTs or I mean,
I like Bitcoin. I mean, it's the big one. So
it's simple.
The big one, yeah.
So I like Bitcoin, and there's one called Kronos, which is crypto.com.
Yes.
So anyway, so you're listening to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Our guest today is Rick Tompkins from I Am Academy. If you're interested in learning about Bitcoin or personal development, foreign currency, im.academy/Rick Tompkins, and that's RickTompkins. And that's your website?
That's my website. Yes.
Okay, and it's Tompkins.
So now I just have a quick question. So let's say you have Bitcoin, it's grown a lot. How does someone cash it in? Because if you transfer it to your bank, then the whole world knows you have that money. Or do you always have to cash it in towards a product, or can you do Bitcoin and transfer it into stocks?
Well, I don't know about the last one, but there's something called stable coins, which basically is tied to the dollar. So $1 of the stable coin is equal to $1. So you can transfer it into that, and you can spend that a little bit at a time. But for most of us, a few hundred or a few $1,000s in Bitcoin is not going to raise too many flags.
So if you had, let's say, young people gathered a lot of wealth, and now you're going to retire, but you don't want to clear it all out, does Bitcoin have avenues where it can be converted into that you get a certain amount each month by keeping the rest in investments? Or is that something that's maybe coming down the road?
I'm not sure about that. You'd have to. That's something you could ask when the instructor's live. So it's interactive. So you can ask one of the instructors live. Is this something that you can do, or is this something that's coming?
All right. Okay, great. And so these courses, you said they're live throughout the week, but like myself, I'm working throughout the week. So are they also all recorded? So
Every single one that's ever been on the air has been recorded. So you've got a full library of things. And the instructors will mark their favorite courses, and they all have a boot camp. So, some of them specialize in NFTs, some specialize in Bitcoin, some in stocks. So you can follow along with them, and you can follow their boot camp, and each one has their own boot camp. So you can kind of get their style and see if it fits your style of learning.
Well, I think everyone needs to educate themselves, especially on all of the different avenues of finances out there. If for no other reason, you should know about all of these when your son comes and he's about to take, all of his savings because he's heard about the greatest thing in the world, and he's going to all throw it into it. As a parent, we need to be able to say, well, let's take a look at what exactly take a look at this NFT. It's like, what company is it that you're going to be using? And that's the whole thing too. I know that when I go on PayPal just to do something, it says, buy Bitcoin now. I mean, it's like they're selling it on every single
it's everywhere,
website. And so how does a person, if they want to get involved in Bitcoin has their own site, or do you always go through what pops up on your computer?
You go through a broker. So
and brokers take broker's fees, right? Nobody works for free to broker a deal.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but you can buy and sell directly through the brokers and intermediary. You don't know who the person is on the other side, but they
broker the transaction.
They broker the transaction.
Same way as with stocks and things like this. And so again, I want the information, because I think everyone needs to be educated on all the different financial opportunities out there. And if not for themselves, to be able to help family members understand what your kids are doing with your life savings.
Right.
And so again, the best way is to log into your website. Give us that again.
Okay, it's im.academy/Rick Tompkins, RickTompkins. And it gives a brief description of what we offer. There's short videos on each of the programs we offer, and you can reach out to me from there.
And then the vacation. So people that are booking this vacation, when you end up thinking about the vacation that it's going to be, would we find a lot of people from, let's say, that have signed up through your academy? I remember when I sold Cookie Lee jewelry a long time ago, and she bought out the entire Club Med in Dominican Republic. As everyone there was someone that bought it through Cookie Lee.
We do that on occasion, but normally it's just a separate vacation. I didn't run into anybody I know, but they just started this 2 years ago. And I was eligible in August, but I didn't take it until February. So,
okay, well, great. So we learned about finance, take great vacations, and educate ourselves, make ourselves smarter.
and social media. We do
social media. Thank you so much for all the great information coming on today.
Too. Yeah. So anyway, that was Rick Tompkins with I Am Academy. If you want to reach out to Rick, im.academy/Rick Tompkins. That's RickTompkins. Yeah. Oh, and then real quick, Rick's got a Saturday class too. So if you want to learn more about a Saturday class, also email him about that. He can give you more information on that too. So anyway, you're listening to Small Business Voice with Just Duncan, Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
This business tip is brought to you by Cispro Innovation. Hi, this is Catherine Ramos, and today we're talking about optimizing your local SEO. Search engine optimization, known as SEO, isn't just about keywords on a website. By ensuring that your listing consists of relevant and updated keywords, categories, and services, you're improving your chances of appearing in local searches. An updated GMB listing can become a powerful tool in your local SEO. CISPRO Innovation, where we help local businesses connect with local families. For more information on this tip, check out our blog at CISPROinnovation.com. That's CISPRO, SISBRO, innovation.com.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. And you can always pull up our past shows on the iHeartRadio app. Just search and follow the Small Business Voice. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube, and connect with me on LinkedIn. My wonderful guest host is a fellow small business owner, Jeanette Forni. She owns Allstate Insurance Agency in Turlock, California. Call Jeanette at 209-667-2222 or email her at JeanetteForni@allstate.com. Community Corner is proudly sponsored by Lightspeed Graphics, a creative media agency specializing in video and animation. To get in touch with owner Kurt Gonzalez, simply text him at 209-617-2606 or visit his website at lightspeedgraphics.com. So we actually have Gold Star referrals, as we always talk about, Jeanette, but actually I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I talked to Trish Christensen yesterday. She's at the Modesto Chamber. So So she gave me a couple of things to promote for her.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so
I need to get more involved with chambers. It's
Yeah.
just, we get so tired, and the chamber stuff is always in the evening, and I'm so far away from either chambers that are closer to where I live, or else if I go to one locally, then I know at the end I have an hour's drive home. So it's been tough for me, but I need to really get involved more because I tell everybody else get involved. So what's going on?
So we have the 60-second Harvest Luncheon, and this is going to be September 5th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be at the Modesto Junior College Ag Pavilion, and that's the West Campus, 2201 Blue Gum Avenue in Modesto.
Oh, so that's a luncheon.
Yeah, it's a luncheon, yeah. Yeah, so this is keynote speaker is going to be Dr. Frank.
What kind of doctor?
Well, so this is about harvest, so I'm assuming it's probably more about agriculture.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, so it's they do have a QR code. If you want to know more about this, contact Trish Christensen at the Modesto Chamber. But that's one thing I wanted to announce that because that's going to be the following week. So
yeah, that's not only supporting the chamber, but also supporting ag. And I'm a big supporter of ag because we all have to eat.
Yeah, yes, we do. So that was the first one. The second one, they have a Government Relations Council, and that's going to be September 13th. The speakers are going to be Jeff Durtsky, and he's a Stanislaus County Sheriff from the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office. And then on October 18th, they're going to have Fire Chief Kevin Wise from the Modesto Fire Department. They have an Economic Development Committee, so that meets September 11th. And then Kelly Talent Martin, General Manager of the Vintage Fair Mall, will be there. October 2nd, they have Toby Wells, Director, Engineering Services for the City of Modesto. And then November 6th, they have Dan Lehman, Road Commissioner, Stanislaus County Public Works. So if you want to get more information, I guess
So it looks
involved
like
in the city.
Yeah, the chamber seems to be really hopping and busy. Some
Yeah,
chambers are, some other chambers, it's like they don't really have much posted. I hear that the Modesto Chamber is really on top of things.
She is, yeah. She does an excellent job over there. And then they have the Shop Greater Modesto, and that's your gateway to local business. Join us celebrating the launch from Shop Greater Modesto, an online marketplace designed to champion thriving local business. This is free to the regional business community in Spanish and English. So if you want more information about these, you can call 209-577-5757 to get more information on this, or go to Modesto Chamber. I think it's modchamber.org is their website, and I'll double check that. If you just Google Modesto Chamber, it'll bring it up. So anyway, you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. There is one other thing I wanted to promote too, but before I do that, why don't you talk about Gold Star really quick?
Oh, okay.
I got to find this text.
Well,
so.
Gold Star, I mean, it is a networking organization, and it's comprised of business owners. We get together for breakfast and lunch, and my Gold Star networking group meets on Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. at My Garden Cafe, which is in Turlock, California. It's like on Gear Road and like Fulkerth over there.
Yeah.
And
20th century,
it's a great way for not only do we do business with each other, but when you get to know people on a personal basis. I mean, we eat breakfast together, we talk, we do presentations, and it's just a fun at the same time as a business community coming together. And that's why when I need something or even advice from another business owner, I know someone. And if someone says, oh, this happened, blah, 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 I don't know who to call, I know someone. And there's like 14 of these groups. So not only as a quick business luncheon, being able to go and visit another group, or breakfast between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. This is before my office even opens. So I start my day on Tuesday mornings. And if you want to be my guest, just come on down to My Garden Cafe, and then I'll buy you breakfast. So if you're a business owner and you want to expand your business and get to know and be with other business owners in a casual environment, and where you get to know and support each other and network together, come on down and see me. And now, Justin, you meet on Thursdays at Skewers in Modesto. Excellent restaurant, excellent food. And that is a luncheon meeting. It's at 12 noon, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 12 noon. Yeah. So come join us for lunch. We have buffet. It's buffet. So I love it. It's great food.
And our guest today, very knowledgeable. And he meets with his group, he said on Fridays at lunch at Cora's Roseburg Square in Modesto.
Right next to O'Brien's,
Yeah, so I'll have to pop on over there and see what his group is like one day on a Friday.
Yeah, I got to do that too, actually.
Yeah, that's called cross clubbing. And when you're a member of Gold Star, you can go to any club and get to meet those people, and your whole circle of influence will grow.
Yeah. So also we have the Holistic Chamber. They're going to have an event October 5th. They're going to have a free oral cancer screening, and they're also collecting warm clothes for homeless veterans. Oh. So that they're doing that. They usually have like a lot of people, a lot of booths.
What date is that, and where is it?
So that's October 5th, and then actually I think it's over at Rose Avenue. There's a church there, but I got to get the address.
Information, because I'm always about supporting veterans. And, I have a lot of things that I like to donate, and I like to donate locally and knowing that it's going to go to a good cause. But, yeah, great guest, and get involved in your community, and not only with the chamber, but we have lots of things coming up, a Great Festival and the Greek Festival and all these festivals, and they are local vendors. So again, get out, support our local activities, because if they're not supported, they're going to go away. And there's going to be someone, did we used to have a Greek Festival? Did we used to have a Great Festival?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no one attended. Now it's gone. Okay?
So it's, as far as I know, it's going to be at the Masonic Center in Modesto. That's 800 Rose Avenue in Modesto. And that's going to be October 5th.
Okay.
So,
all right. I will try to put some of these things down on my calendar and try to attend.
Okay, and they have a lot going on there too. Like it's from 10 to 5, and it's just it's a great event. I've hosted the last couple of years there, so I'll be there too, just kind of going around and talking with people. So
all right, perfect.
All right. So anyway, we want to thank you for tuning in each week. We look forward to having you back next week. A heartfelt shout out to our dedicated producer Mike Murray and the general manager at KCBP, Jim Costello, for their invaluable contributions to our show. We also appreciate the hard work of our intern, Tiffany Alex, and Kurt Gonzalez from Lightspeed Graphic Video and Animation for capturing and inspiring our guests and their stories. If you're seeking assistance with digital marketing, don't hesitate to reach out to Kurt at 209-617-2606 or via email at kurt@lightspeedgraphics.com. Jeanette, thank you for joining me today and your support of the Small Business Voice.
Hey, you're welcome.
Remember to join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. as we dive into the minds of local small business owners with even more insightful discussions. And a special thanks to our guest, Rick Tompkins from IM Academy, for sharing his experience with us. Now, let's take care of business.